annual demonstration of biology understandings. This year's topic is the cell cycle.
What is the cell cycle, you ask? Well, it's the regular pattern of growth, DNA duplication, and cell division that occurs in eukaryotic cells. But the real details of the process, we'll leave that to our first group of contestants. Will they be able to show the process in the best way and win?
Now let's introduce our teams. Now we have Team Wild. Animal cells have a circular structure, and mitosis consists of more powerful cytokinesis because all of the cells are individually separated. The lengthened process of cytokinesis could influence their chances of winning. And other organelles that animal cells duplicate versus a plant cell are the lysosomes and centrioles.
And now for Team Chlorophyst.
The Chlorphysts have had a rich history of winning the competition, for they have a built-in system where they do not have to fully divide their cytoplasm or go through cytokinesis. They also know a thing or two of teamwork, for plant cells' bulk shape keep them sticking right by one another.
You sure you guys are up to the challenge? Bet you wish you had a vacuole as big as mine. I won't be thirsty.
At least I'm not dependent on the sun.
Hey!
As they say, why be green when you can be me?
Okay, contestants, the cell cycle starts with interphase, the phase of the cell cycle in which a typical cell spends most of its life. It has 3 stages, gap 1, synthesis, and gap 2.
First challenge is performing gap 1. You must increase your size and multiply your organelles. Beware of the checkpoint. You must be healthy to move on to synthesis.
Ready, set, go! Now, mitosis is the process by which a cell divides its nucleus and contents. The mitosis process occurs after the cell's interphase. It happens over the courses of 4 stages in order, which would be prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase.
At 1, cells carry out their normal functions and double organelles at the end, like the ribosomes. Interphase is like the cell's resting phase before division. This is when the cell performs its normal activities and also undergoes its preparations for mitosis to occur. The second stage of interphase is synthesis, where you must duplicate your DNA correctly in order to move on.
This miracle hydration perfume for your membrane will keep you looking round or square and normally healthy all year long. Order this special electron and mineral infused water now and get one for free for all cells in your life.
Now returning to the competition, the wild team is still on synthesis. They were too slow for the plant team. Since they have not multiplied their DNA correctly, the animal cells have been disqualified.
Before the second gap, we would like to take a moment to honor our cell family, who was affected by apoptosis. They lived good lives, but ultimately they knew. They knew. Now a word from our sponsors, who are all donating to help the family members who lost a cell to apoptosis today. Promote the purge and help us spread the apoptosis force to those pesky malignant cells. Learn from the example of the graphic failure of the disappointing animal cells.
The Chlorophysts must go through gap 2 and continue growing and multiplying their organelles. Can they make it past the checkpoint?
Gap 2 is the last stage of interphase before the division and mitosis begins. This means that any last-minute growth and organelle duplication that needs to take place is done so that mitosis can be completed correctly.
And now, we're returning to our grand biology demonstration, in which the chlorophysts are the only sole survivors. But they must complete their last round with precision if they wish to live.
For the finale, the cells must undergo mitosis and complete 4 dangerous challenges. We will watch your progress at each checkpoint. Remember, you must meet all the requirements to move on or sudden death.
Who will live, who will die, and who will survive?
Prophase is the first part of mitosis where the nucleus begins to let chromosomes out as the nuclear envelope breaks down. This happens as the DNA is being condensed and spindle fibers start to form on opposite poles of the cell to pull DNA.
Once prophase is done, metaphase will take place. This is when all of the DNA is aligned in the equator or the middle of the cell so that they can be separated equally.
In metaphase, spindle fibers attach to the chromosomes to move them.
We're almost finished. All that is left for the chlorophyst is anaphase and telophase/cytokinesis.
This is when the chromosomes will be pulled apart to either side of the cell. These halves are called sister chromatids, and they are ready to part. As you can see, the cell is also preparing for cytokinesis as the cytoplasm is getting larger and the plate is forming. This is anaphase.
The chlorophys are about to make history. It will go through its last phase and process, telophase, along with cytokinesis.
Telophase is when the sister chromatids that were pulled apart into partially different cells and the nuclear envelope forming around each group of chromatids. The cell plate creates a barrier between two cell walls and cytoplasms due to cytokinesis, and that process makes the plant cells duplicated.
Look how peaceful this forest is, which is home to many plant cells.
This is what happens when you don't practice fire safety.
Smokey the Bear shouldn't be the only one who cares.
You heard it here, folks. The chlorophysts leave the
Annual demonstration of biology understandings with a win. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm so fortunate.
Now time for a single blooper.
All these people in the hall is ruining the audio. They're just like,